Mama's jewels. I can never replace them. Oh, I'm just beside myself. And you ought to see the mess they made in there. They fat tore this place apart.
They were probably looking for drugs.
We have Maalox and estrogen.
Each other.
Rose, we both answered an ad to share Blanche's house that we found in the supermarket. It was not the resurrection. It is hardly a miracle.
To me, it was a miracle because we're happy. It's not fair, you know. I mean, we get married, we have kids.
Nightmares and great sex.
Really? I wouldn't know.
Oh, Dorothy, come on.
Shouldn't we get going, girls?
When you're making love, you don't make noise?
No.
How can you not?
Well, I guess I always felt it wasn't very ladylike.
We should go, girls.
Hold your bladder, Rose.
Oh, Blanche, you look gorgeous. Shut up, Rose. Are you ready?
Yes, I guess. Stop!
The minister's here.
Oh, I need perfume.
Oh, perfume. Come on, let's, boy. He will not live to be a paper man. Florida is having a drought. In the entire state, there is not enough water to make a cup of tea. He finds a puddle.
What are you doing? She's sleeping.
Knock it off, Rose.
It's just that I've always dreamed about learning to tap dance, and I guess I'd get too gung-ho about things. When I was a child, I used to get overexcited and pet the cat too hard.
Ma, you okay?
Fine, I'm just trying to make Rose go away.
Whose theory states a young man becomes intimate with his mother to get revenge on his father?
Well, I don't know who said it, but
Have to do to get rid of him.
The next step is to ascertain the condition of your exterior. For this, I need to perform a cursory inspection of your subterranean substructure.
You mean crawl under the house?
Anybody can make it sound stupid.
Poor man, how does he face himself every day, knowing his life is devoted to killing? Sit down. Hold me.
I had a chill.
I have another question. Are you wearing a saber under your coat?
Yeah, I think it is. I'll see you later.
Ma, take off the coat. Ma, did you forget to take your blood pressure medicine again?
That was a lovely lunch, Blanche. A lovely lunch in a lovely house with your lovely friends.
Stop making fun of me, Virginia.
Making fun of you, honey. I was complimenting you.
I heard the way you said lovely.
How did I say lovely?
You know very well how you said lovely. You said lovely the same town.
Ma!
Hey, some of Italy's finest sopranos were former mayors.
Hi, Rose.
The next thing I know, I'm in the Bahamas. I figured while I was there, I'd buy some perfume for you and your friends in the duty-free shop.
David.
I'd keep an eye on this one, lady.
Oh, I just don't know how to thank you, officer, but I would like to try. I'm usually at Wally's for happy hour on Tuesdays.
Has the same problem. That's why he sits behind a desk. Ma, listen, I want some answers. Now, why did you prepare my favorite meal and then invite my least favorite person to come and eat it with us?
All right. I need a favor. You remember my last time a man had me over a barrel? I was at a keg party at the marina.
Blanche, we have a guest. Hi, Al.
Hi, girls. Why don't you pour yourself some champagne? We're celebrating Al's retirement.
So you finally went through with it, huh, Al? I get those antique silver earrings that you never let me borrow.
You're on.
Now, come on, Blanche.
Blanche, do you want to have a side bet with me?
Well, I would, Rose, but everything you own is so damn ugly. Oh, I can't wait to whip your butt.
There.
Sophia,
Hi, Augie.
did you win? Can you go?
I don't know yet.
Strike!
No, you left the 9 pin.
Yeah, easy spare. I've made the shot 100 times. Blanche.
All right, wait. Hello, fire department. This is Blanche Devereaux at 5161 Rich... Oh, well, of course you know where it is. Hi, Ed. I'm on fire. Why, you naughty boy.
Blanche.
I'll bet that's what... They shot my balls. Thank God, I hated that thing.
What are you doing shooting? Are you crazy? I heard a noise. I thought it was the robbers.
I managed to live 81 years. I survived pneumonia, 2 operations, a stroke. One night I'll belch and...
Gas.
Nobody asked you.
Was I talking to you? I'm talking to my daughter. To me, you don't exist.
And who's driving you to your niece's wedding in California?
Salvador, you're upsetting Papa. Would you please find a mechanic? It's freezing in here.
Of course, it's a freezing in here. Mr. Ziti for brains decides to take a shortcut through Chicago.
Boy, what a night.
You said it. Sure makes you think.
Sure does.
About what?
Ma, face it, you cannot be trusted. Every time you get yourself into something like this, I have to end up covering for you. I am not going to end up taking care of this dog.
Did I ever mention that I almost died giving birth to you? The pain was so intense they gave me a towel to bite on. It was overpriced. I don't know why Frank Sinatra sings about it. New Yorkers are all sickos. We could go to Hollywood. Sure, good choice. No sickos there. Sophia, honey, please. We're trying to make a very difficult decision here. Oh, excuse me, not...
So, when I turned 17, I told my father that I wanted to take acting lessons.
What did he say?
No.
Great story, Rose. But you know what? Hollywood's not a bad idea.
Well, what do you say? You don't understand why you didn't tell him this morning exactly how you felt.
Is that it, Rose? I mean, are you finished, or is there something else that you don't understand?
Well, actually, there is. I don't understand how a thermos keeps things both hot and cold.
Really? Now, how would it look if they thought I was charging my own family rent?
Honest.
Don't you ever get a nosebleed from taking the high road all the time? Oh, this is such an upsetting day.
For both of us.
Why, what's wrong with you?
Oh, I ran into an old...
Is a real-life cowboy?
Morty Fishbein is a real live cowboy.
He's from Amarillo, Texas. He was the Grand Marshal of the B'nai B'rith Rodeo for 3 years straight. You better to go with to a barbecue.
She's pretty uptight. I'm gonna have fun teasing her tonight.
Why don't we just start dinner?
Oh, good. What are we having?
Short rib.
God, 4 years is a long time. Maybe he's divorced.
What you think?
Well, sure. Why else would he call?
Stay away from him.
Oh, see him.
Keep some self-respect.
Self-respect is for losers like Rose.
Well, sure, you'd have some great times and some fabulous sex, but is that worth your self-respect?
Not now, Lucy. I don't think my mother was planning on using the suntan lotion on the chicken. What do you mean you've made that mistake before?
President Bush is coming to dedicate the new senior citizen center down the street. The motorcade goes right by here.
So?
So, all the neighbors on the block will be out on their lawns. It'll be 100 degrees out here.
Ma, Gloria is my sister. I'm Dorothy.
I know, there'll be other dates for Gloria. Yeah, I gotta agree with you, Mrs. Ferguson. Bobby Vinton is the king of rock and roll. Dozen words.
No.
All right, I'll get you a picture. Now move. Hey, that sign says no soliciting. Come back here and I'll blow your head off. Capiche? I'll get it. Pussycat, I have another hypothetical.
Sweetheart, if you want to grab some dinner, we'll have to take separate cars. I'm going to have to leave for home right from the restaurant.
Glenn, forget dinner. We need to talk.
Sophia, Blanche got a new car. Yeah, we're all gonna pile in and go cruising. You wanna go with us?
No, I think I'll just stay home tonight. I feel, just sitting.
Me too. I think I'll have a cup of tea.
Yeah, it's kind of late. I'm a little tired.
Here's a good idea, Blanche. If you really want to be safe, why don't you let us come with you?
Okay, you can all come, but you have to promise me you won't do anything to embarrass me.
I promise.
Oh, I promise. I'll try, but if they serve me cauliflower, it's in God's hands. Hello? Frank's Flowers? Hey, Frank! Sophia Petrillo here. Listen, I decided the price you quoted me on those centerpieces is too high, so I thought maybe we could make a deal. Now, my daughter is single. What do you mean, is she easy? You're talking about my flesh and...
His memory. There's Charlie, my husband, not Charlie, my granddaughter. But you'd know that if you were still awake. But then today, I found that the lies I've been telling about Charlie are hurting Charlie. Husband and granddaughter, respectively.
The rush of adrenaline, the unspecified duration of the game.
And you should hear the cheers coming from Blanche's room on Old Timers Day.
It's nice meeting you. See you tomorrow.
Bye. Now, wait a minute. Not a dime.
Yes! Well, this is it. My last session with Stan and the psychiatrist. How do I look?
Oh, fine. Why?
It's so hard to dress for a psychiatrist.
Bahamas with. I just met Ed at the airport. He arrested Michael for transporting marijuana from the islands. Oh, you think you know somebody.
I see. Well, Ed picking up Michael was doing his job. You picking up Ed is something I think the two of us have to discuss. Ed?
Clell Lightner. Clell Lightner? I think I used that on my hair once.
Clell was the cutest boy at our high school. He was also the only sophomore old enough to get into a bar.
What did you do when you got there?
I sat in my father's truck for hours.
Days have really made a difference. Sophia, oh, thank you. Dorothy, Rose, I hope I wasn't too much trouble.
Don't be silly.
We enjoyed having you.
So did half of Miami.
Have a safe trip.
It was Rusty who pulled us all to safety. He even dashed back in the burning building to rescue Scruffy, our cat, whom he never really liked. Yes, sir, he was a real hero. Oh, if only he hadn't gone back in for the TB. He was a...
What are you doing, Rose?
I'm wrapping Miles' birthday present. I got him a golf club. But don't tell him, it's a surprise.
Rose, honey, you've got to use some imagination. Now, I know what men like for their birthdays. They like a surprise that makes their little...
On Chop, St. Olaf's leading shepherd and notary, came to speak. Oh, it was so moving when he talked about his solitary existence with the sheep. No, human contact for months at a time. Oh, just building a special relationship with God's simple creatures. I really wanted to help.
So you decided to become a shepherd?
No. I decided to give Gunter a case of scotch. And he really appreciated it until he discovered what mean drunks sheep are.
They're found in the personals. Last call for all those who graduated from East Miami High class of 52. Don't miss our 40th reunion party.
What does that have to do with us?
Well, look, Rose, you know you missed your high school reunion because you didn't feel well. Here's your chance to go to one. And for
You know, Rose, I'm really enjoying this. You and I having a quiet cup of coffee together.
Panic. You just need a break. Why don't we just wash our hands and have a nice cup of tea? Turn it off. I can't make it stop.
Very nice job, ladies. Who let you in here?
I did. Lucky I give me, Rose, but I haven't had sex in 15 years and it's starting to get on my nerves. So, Big Shot, did you get the tickets?
Can't you say hello first?
Hello, Big Shot, did you get the tickets?
Look, Ma, don't start with me.
I've done it for so long now, I don't know if I can get by without it.
Well, maybe this is a good time to start.
Rose is right. Listen, you're going to get an A in that class. We're going to help you do it. And as far as that professor is concerned, you should report him immediately.
You think I should?
Absolutely. You know, when I first started teaching, the school...
They're called Longenherden.
What is called Longenherden?
The helmet with the horns.
Why, for 2 seconds...
Wait, girls!
Cheerful demeanor that we are talking to a new hospital administrator?
Not even close.
Well, what you do, take an antidepressant?
Oh, don't be silly. But I was depressed, incredibly depressed. I didn't know which way to turn or where to go. So I stopped in at the coffee shop at the Fountain Rock for a root beer float to meet me.
I won't ever ask you for anything again.
All right, I'll see you in a week. Now, I'll call myself collect tonight, and you'll tell them I'm not home, and that way you'll know I arrived.
So, I don't want you to hear it.
Listen, Daddy, I want to talk to you about this singing.
It's been just wonderful, honey. I love singing. Now, I know I'm just getting started, and I got a lot to learn, but the audiences will come around. I'll do just fine.
You know, you're talking about this singing like it's some kind of career.
Well, it is. Now, see what you think of this.
He needs help. I never thought this could happen to my father. Other people's parents get old and grow frail and need taken care of, but somehow I'd always thought Big Daddy would go on forever.
Honey, we all think of our fathers that way. We remember them as...
Can I pet your cat, lady?
Well, sure, sweetheart.
What's his name?
Mr. Peepers?
I had a cat just like him. His name was Harpo, but he died. I miss him.
Oh, well, you'll have to get yourself another kitty. Would you?
You're making this up.
I am not. My grandfather told me that story. Of course, he also used to call me by my sister's name. And sometimes he'd wear his underwear on the outside of his pants. I guess he wasn't a very...
Well, I won't accept it. Oh, excuse me. Officer. A grievous injustice has been perpetrated upon my friends and me. We are totally innocent. We're just 3 helpless females, desperately in need.
Sophia around?
Oh, hi,
How about a little lunch?
Kurt! Listen, if you're...
Glorious, glorious. Jeffrey is a dream. It was even worth the guilt I felt over sticking Blanche with Stan. Incidentally, is she still speaking to me?
She's not home yet.
Poor Blanche. When Stan is depressed, he is the second most boring man in the world.
Who's the first?
Stan when he's not depressed.
Move to widen Richmond Street. Now, will the representative of those wanting to block the proposal please step forward?
Wish me luck.
Wait a minute, Blanche. Why should you do it?
Because we'll have a better chance. Dorothy, I happen to be a wonderful orator, and 2 of the commissioners can verify that.
Blanche, orator means...
Since time loved all mankind. She was...
Oh!
Celia Rubinstein.
This funeral isn't for Celia Rubinstein, it's for Frida Claxton.
The Rubenstein funeral is down the hall.
I'm going.
Want a cup of coffee?
Maybe I will have a cup of coffee.
Oh, good.
Rose, about last night, I should never have said anything.
Well, you only said what you were feeling.
Oh, well, I hope one day you meet the woman of your dreams, but in the meantime, who are you and what are you doing in our bathroom?
I'm Dwayne and that's Rick. Hi. And I'm Winston Hardwick III.
Well, we're very glad to meet you, but what are you doing in our bathroom?
This is our room. I'm afraid these 6 of us are going to have to share.
He was your cousin. Where the relationship might have had a future.
Tell me, Blanche, did any of your relatives appear in Deliverance?
It was during the Korean conflict. I was rejected as a whack. I failed the ink blot test.
Oh, come on, Rose. Now, how can you fail an ink blot?
I guess all we can do is pray. Unless you know of any surprises, Rose. Sophia! Now you stop trying to trick Rose just because she's weak and vulnerable and dim-witted. Yeah. Good man in your suitcase? Right. Picture it. New York City, 1956. I was a young widow returning to Sicily. There I was, on the boat, alone, watching Lady Liberty grow smaller in the distance, when suddenly I heard a voice from the vicinity of my knees. You know, Blanche, I have a recurring dream. John Cameron Swayze straps a Timex to my chin and tosses me across an icy pond. I looked it up in a book of symbols, but it wasn't there. That's it, I'm done. What do you want me to do, bring down a curtain?
Bye, Pat. Well, where were you? We've been worried.
You know who's in this hospital? Rochelle DeVito. She slipped in the shower.
Knows how many other women he took advantage of.
Ladies, I can explain, but now is not the time.
I will tell you what time it is. Time for a hanging. Somebody get me a rope.
And a tree from props.
Wait a minute, let me speak.
A steam shovel hit him in the mouth. I was so happy to see a familiar face.
Well, at least from the nose up.
Right. Anyway, Uncle Johansson asked to see my ticket. And he said, whoa, this is a... Quickly it goes.
Listen, Rose, honey, it's been a very tough night for all of us. So why don't we go home and rest, and we'll talk about your trip.
Dorothy, don't you realize what happened? I died and came back. I was given a second chance. A chance to do all the things I've never done. A chance to live my life.
We did come here for a reason. We wanted to tell you...
Yeah, how happy we are that you're doing so well. So I guess we should get going, huh?
Oh, well, you don't have to rush off.
Well, I thought you were meeting your roommates.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're just going to be doing some beach stuff.
Well, you take care.
You too. I've been tinkering with the heater, trying to get it to work.
Oh, Rose, you're a genius.
Boy, that's a sentence you don't hear every day.
She's working great now, except for one little thing. I turned the air conditioner on instead of the heater, and now it won't go off.
Great! Now it's gonna be colder inside than it is outside.
I think it's...
Every night when Rose would go to bed, she'd take the 3 elephants with her because they made her feel so safe and secure.
Elephant dolls.
Right, elephant dolls. Until finally, one night, they got so sick and tired of Rose annoying them that they went off to sleep someplace else. And 2 big old escaped convicts snuck in through the window and murdered Rose in her sleep. Rose. Oh, Rose. Grow up. So big.
Rose, that was delicious. Oh, thank you.
Who moved my purse? Why does it feel so heavy?
Now, listen.
Our paths crossed here so they could cheer us up. Excuse me, Mr. Clown, could you do something to put smiles on the faces of 3 gloomy cusses?
Buzz off, lady. I'm on a cigarette break.
Same way about me, and I can't tell you how flattering that is. I mean, at this stage of a woman's life, to have someone instantly feel that spark for her is a dream come true. All right, maybe in the dream he wouldn't be a priest. But that doesn't make it any the less flattering.
Up my entire bottle of porcelana. Look at all these liver spots. I got more brown skin than the Temptations.
Ma, I'll get you another bottle. I wish you would at least try to get along with her.
I have tried to get along. Did I complain when I had to share my bed with her?
Yes.
Did I complain when she used my polygrip to fix the heel on her shoe?
That should take care of it.
We're all out of fresh pepper. Do you have any more? Oh, yeah, in the pantry in the back.
Oh, boy, this chicken looks great.
Girls, Count Bessie is missing. I went out to the garage to feed her and her...
Well, I better start planning Mario's party.
Oh, Dorothy, let me plan it for you.
Oh, honey, you don't have to do
No, but I
that.
want to. You have enough to do, and there's nothing I like better than planning a party.
Are you sure?
Yes, there's nothing to it.
Well, fine, thanks.
Rose?
Yes.
Plan a party. Thus affording the listener the opportunity to glean from it whatever he may. Besides, I just hate it when I'm left out of the conversation.
Hello? Yes, it is. No, he isn't. What?
Making your bed, making your breakfast, making your stinking tuna fish sandwiches with the crust cut off, and for what? For nothing. Well, it's all over now. You won't have this vegan flirting to kick around anymore.
What is all the shouting about?
Waffles, he loves waffles.
Oh, good.
Well, I'll tell him at dinner. Dinner's better. He won't be rushing. I'll make something great. I'll tell him in bed. Yeah, bed's better.
It always works.
When he's asleep, I'll tell him when he's sleeping.
Renee, come on.
I'll sound like a wimp. I can't possibly tell him.
Listen, last week I left him a stool sample. If I can talk to him about that, you can tell him
Leonard, help me out here. Where on that diet
Coming.
Thank God you're here. I was a wreck. I was sitting there night after night with Oliver, just lonely as hell. I didn't know what was going on up here. Then I thought, what if I lose her?
If I...
Dorothy! Dorothy! I got a Charlie horse! I can't make it! Shake it off him!
But I can't do this. Of course you
Honey,
can,
you were
Rose.
doing just fine.
Well, that's because you were here Tomorrow I'll be out there all alone, staring at my relatives who'll be ready to hoot and snicker at the first crack in my voice. They'll think I'm an idiot.
Please, it's family. They know you're an idiot.
Said. At least I was until today. Blanche, when the newspaper printed that story about my having an affair, people stopped thinking I was a wimp and they've started listening to me. I couldn't tell them it was a mistake.
Are you trying to tell me that people like you better now because they think you went to bed with a gorgeous, intelligent woman?
Here, see if we...
On you. Please, look at his nose. Of course he's Italian.
I'm still confused about the Operation Guild.
Blanche, if I thought for a second that there was anything between you and Ted, I never would have done what I did.
What did you do, Dorothy?
She spent the night with Ted.
But Ted was your date, Blanche. Dorothy, you must have slept with
Some schoolgirl attempt to get my goat. You're wasting your breath.
I'm simply questioning how any man could possibly choose you over me.
It's not working, Blanche.
I suppose there could be some exceptions. Convicts who haven't seen a woman in 25 years.
It's still not working.
I've got to get to the counseling center.
Oh, honey, come on. Take the day off. Call them.
But those people need me.
What good can you possibly be to them?
Well, I'll be there. I'll smile. I'll nod. Fortunately, a lot of them hear voices. I'll just tell them one of them is mine. Italian cook.
Everybody's a comedian today.
Rose, everything okay down at the counseling center?
Yes, finally. We had a manic depressive overload. But luckily, Dr. Ferguson had heard some new knock-knock jokes, and that seemed to do the trick.
Knock-knock?
Who's there?
I'm over the hill. That's all there is to it. Guess I'm just in the same boat as the two of you. Hello? Yes? All right. Goodbye. What do you know? Floyd McCallum has taken me sailing today.
Frankly, Rose, I think you're just rushing things. But I don't know. Maybe it's better to live with Buddy than to just charge full steam ahead and marry him.
No, it isn't. This is morally wrong. It is ethically offensive. It's an out-and-out sin.
Ma, I need to talk to someone.
Sure, come in. I can hear Pavarotti live from the Met anytime. What's the problem?
Ma, I'm upset about Rose.
Me too. I thought I was finally going to get a room with some sunlight.
Murray Gutman?
Oh, maybe we can get him to turn his jacket inside out. I'm sure the lining isn't as loud.
His tuxedo has nothing to do with it.
I don't understand.
He can't come to the club.
Why not?
Gutman.
What are you talking about?
Gutman. He's Jewish, isn't he?
Dorothy, what happened? Barbara just stormed out of here.
She's not coming back. You know, both of you were right about her. I can't believe that I couldn't see it. Can you ever forgive me?
What do you think? Should we give her another chance?
We better. Best friends are hard to come by.
Up and down and scream a lot.
Come on, Dorothy, we're on.
Sophia, Rose, honey, before you all go out, there's something you ought to know. Dorothy and I are going to team up with the Kaplan brothers.
The Kaplan brothers? You mean you and Dorothy are joining a country western band?
It's the Gatlin brothers, Rose. The Kaplan brothers.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, well, right. That clears it all up. See you later, then. He robbed the bank. Anybody hungry?
Island.
Rose. Michael tells us you're a singer.
That's right. Oh, I bet you know all the great oldies.
Rose.
Lorraine, why don't I just show you where to put your things?
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you, Blanche.
Rose, will you excuse us?
Sure, where you going?
Nowhere, get out. And since you brought up Guam, why don't we talk about geography for a little bit?
You want to see some geography, lady? I'll show you some geography.
Whoa, Kovac!
You know what we call this on the planet Twyla, huh? Oh, yeah, quit thinking, Mrs. School Teacher, like that's really gonna shut me up. What do I do now?
Anna, they're worried about you back at the home. I'm afraid you're gonna have to come with me.
Attention! Express to Cedar Grove, River Junction, Northern Falls, now boarding.
For crying out loud, Jacob, there's 3 people here. You could have just pointed to the door.
You were saying, Blanche?
Well, it's just breaking my heart. I've never cared for a man as much as Fidel Santo Domingo.
Santiago.
Oh, whatever. The point is, he's rich, he's handsome, and we were made for each other, even if I don't speak Mexican.
Spanish.
Whatever. I just don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, now calm down, Blanche. There's probably a very logical explanation.
You know, you're probably right. Oh, why would Fidel want another woman? After all,
I'm wearing his medical alert bracelet.
when did this start?
Well, I have been allergic to penicillin ever since...
not that. I mean, this sick relationship.
Por favor, let me explain. I still care for you deeply. I did not mean for this to happen. It just did when I...
Fidel, stop. Even surgical stockings only have so much elastic. Hello. I thought you two would be asleep by now. Girl, fully cranked and threw his limp body in the river. That's a Sicily you don't see on postcards.
Please sit down. Listen, before I get Rose, let me assure you she is the only one here who thinks she saw a UFO.
No, I understand completely, Miss Bornak. By the way, is that Ms. Bornak or Mrs.? I'm hoping it's Ms.
Well, yes.
How's the patient?
Will you turn off that damn light? I'm trying to sleep. Where am I? Who am I? Why am I so wrinkled?
Don't be alarmed. Temporary amnesia is not uncommon.
Sophia? It's Stan.
In denial.
Look, Fluffhead. Why should I deny being in denial when I never said I was in denial? You are the one who said I was in denial, and don't you deny it.
Listen, Dorothy.
That's great. I'm really proud of you. You'd think you'd miss that feeling you get with that first puff. That feeling of relaxation when you hold it in and then the sheer exhilaration as you exhale slowly.
No, not really. I found other ways to ease my tension. Why did Clayton say the two of you slept together if you hadn't?
Because he's trying to hide something about himself from Blanche. I don't even feel right saying it out loud. Maybe if I just whispered it.
Let's eat. I brought you your favorite.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart. Chinese.
No, Italian.
Look, there's been no change on the Petrillo case. We are very busy. We'll call when we can.
Yeah, listen, buddy. Sophia may be just another case.
I was with him thinking, what in the world does this man like about me?
So you went back to Tom because you know what he likes.
Yes, but the whole time I was with him, I was miserable because I wanted to be with John.
Well, then tell all this to John.
I guess that is my only choice. Yes, I'm going to look him up tonight and I'm going to patch things up. Problem is, I just don't know what it is you like about me. See, I'm used to men liking me for my looks, at least partly, and you don't.
I sure don't. As a matter of fact, I'm glad I never have to look at you.
Find out just how.
Blanche! Oh. Now look here, Eddie. Now you listen to me. Dorothy has decided she wants nothing more to do with you. I can't understand why, because I think you have about the cutest ears I've ever seen on a man in my entire life. You make you kind of look like with unbridled ecstasy.
What are you doing tomorrow night?
I better get going. I've caused enough trouble. Look, Eddie, can't we see each other occasionally just as friends?
It won't work. It's like trying to eat one potato chip.
Sing together.
Oh, come on.
Let's try together. With the Becky.
The Becky.
That's perfect.
What I was thinking back then. I still look Fat Sullivan on Sunday nights. The scary part is, sometimes I find him.
Ma, why can't you make me happy? I want to do this.
Okay, if a trip down memory lane is gonna make you dying, not when you're on vacation. I've waited my whole life to ride Space Mountain, and nothing, you hear me? Nothing is gonna stop me. Why are you always taking her side?
Girl's mouth water.
Oh, my God. That's her. I sure hope time has been good to Trudy. Good, not great. Oh, Trudy.
Dorothy! I thought I was safe backed up against these pillows.
Why don't we see what's keeping Trudy and Dorothy?
Yeah, probably got caught every day. It doesn't always turn out for the best. That was the case with my Uncle Carlo. He honestly remembered the license number of the trigger man in the Sanducci Vendetta.
So, what you're saying is that because nobody's going to believe me anyway, I'm better off if I let people find out what's going on for themselves.
I wouldn't chisel.
Okay.
What about Dreyfus? The other day I thought he was lost, so I got a second dog, and then the first one came back.
Sophia, are you kidding me?
Come see for yourself.
Wow, 2 Dreyfuses.
No one Dreyfus. Hell, if we do have to go to a nursing home, let's all go together.
But what happens when there's only one of us left?
Don't worry, I can take care of myself. Dorothy, you got a cough drop?
No,
A hard candy?
no.
A Tic Tac?
Does it say Kmart on the back of my nightgown?
You can't be serious. We've had great times here.
We have had great times here. You've just had free food.
That is not true. We've had 1,000,000 laughs under this roof. Do you remember the time I came over?
Dorothy, I know it's been a while, but try and control yourself. I need some rest.
But that's it. No more clues. My lips are sealed. Oh, come on. Think about it.
I don't care who it is. I mean, it could be the King of England. I don't care.
No. England doesn't have a king. Try Saudi Arabia.
Look, all I can think about are my test results and how to keep this gown closed. I don't know where you doctors lose your humanity, but you lose it. You know, if all of you at the beginning of your careers could get very sick and very scared for a while, you'd probably learn more from that than anything else. You'd better start listening to your patients. They need to be heard. They need...
What you wanted to be.
Yeah. I wanted to go to college and be a school teacher. Pop wanted me to be a cosmetician in a funeral parlor.
He always liked looking at dead people. Dead people in the Dodgers. That was it for him in the good time department.
I don't know how to thank you all for helping me with this test.
Pay us.
Ma! It's our pleasure, Rose.
Okay, what we have to do is try these different hair removal products.
They're out in the woods somewhere. We better call Harry. We're very lucky we have a pediatrician right down the street.
No, that's a bad idea.
Why?
Because by the time I get my hair done and my face on, that baby could be in serious trouble. Let's call his real pediatrician.
Okay, pediatrician. Here it is. Well,
what?
after my boom comes your boom, and then yours until we're all booming.
How complicated is that herring thing?
Boom, 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 boom. But you all come to Charleston and live with me. No, we couldn't do that.
Of course you can. It's all settled. I don't want to hear another word. Why, you know it's an old Southern tradition for the beautiful married daughter to take in her pathetic spinster sisters.
Coming! Roger! Roger, I can't tell you how sorry I am about what happened to Sparky. And how are you?
I've been better, Rose. I come to talk to you about this cat you sent me.
When I saw him at the pound, I knew he'd be just the cat for you. I named him Buster. Isn't he?
Well, before we open the doors, I just want to thank you all for taking time away from your own Christmas to provide Christmas for some that are less fortunate. We promise to turn away no one, remembering how Mary and Joseph were turned away at the inn.
Reverend Avery, it's always puzzled me. Why didn't Mary and Joseph call ahead for reservations?
Crazy when I told them.
No, that's what fathers do. They yell and they barbecue. That's what separates them from the apes.
Well, what did your father do when he found out you were pregnant?
He chased Stan for 3 blocks with a salami.
How come?
They don't leave much.
I just had a thought.
Congratulations.
Maybe we should sign Mary up for some natural childbirth classes.
You know that's not a bad idea. I wish I'd known about them when I was pregnant. I didn't know what to do except scream at Stan never to touch me again and call him every name in the book.
I'm cramping up.
Miles?
No, honey, it wasn't Miles. We'll let you know when he gets here.
Maybe we need a signal.
How about this? I yell, "Hey, Rose, Miles is here."
Got it.
You got this coming.
Hello.
I would like to report a stolen Mercedes.
And when the time's right, see you at my place.
Ma, Mr. Hernandez has to go.
I'm meeting the wife and kids.
Good morning, Maria.
Good morning, Mrs. Petrillo. Did you have trouble sleeping?
No, why?
Well, last night I woke up and you were sitting on a chair in my room.
Oh, yeah. Well, where I used to live, the bathroom was across the hall. Sorry, it won't happen again.
Should I draw your bath?
I can draw my own bath. I can do everything by myself.
Okay, Mrs. Petrillo, you're the boss.
Look, I'm not the boss. I'm a poor immigrant from Italy, and I feel very uncomfortable having somebody wait on me.
Killer! Well, look on the bright side. It could be good.
I was looking on the bright side.
What a day.
Why, what's the matter? Where's Magda?
You mean Flora? Good water. Yeah, I'm having a little trouble getting used to the idea that you're divorced, because I remember you told me that no matter how bad the marriage was, you felt that you were too old to just leave it for an uncertain future.
Kidding. No, actually, I didn't have any...
Look out for you.
Well, I just hope the band doesn't play the St. Olaf Wedding March.
I think the chances of their playing that are pretty slim.
Well, I don't know. It got awfully popular after Laurel and Hardy started using it as their theme song.
We're gonna have to keep an eye on her. Women usually do this in pairs.
Sophia, am I the only one who feels like ripping her clothes off and doing the hokey pokey?
No, Rose, I think they're just waiting for someone to get them started. He was a gambler to his dying day. In fact, his last words were, $10 says I don't need this oxygen tank.
Why, Donald, I see by my... You kept a diary about raising 2 pigs.
You know another way to get a 4-H pig diary badge?
No, even surgical stockings only have so much elastic. Hello?
Of someone I used to know a long time ago. I was cloistered in a small monastery in St. Olaf, Minnesota.
Where every spring the ducks return?
If we remember to throw out the corn, you know it?
Well, I know it very well. I was born and raised in St. Olaf.
Well, this is...
With a backbone.
Oh, it really was a surprise.
But it's Dorothy who has me worried. She just looks so confused.
I can't figure out her problem.
I'm having a little trouble with that myself.
Pussycat, what's so terrible about accepting a present from Stan? God knows he gave us all plenty of misery.
Maybe he's trying to tell you he's sorry.
I have... Ma, are you in there?
You know, this is the first time in years I felt like the real me. You remember Blanche and my Aunt Dorothy?
Yeah. Nice to see you again.
Yeah. Sophia, you look enchanting. If I wasn't such a gentleman, I'd try to ply you with wine and take it.
I hope you like champagne and caviar.
I love it.
Andy.
Oh. Oh. Hey, look who's not Poe.
Our relationship, he said he hoped I wasn't seeing anyone else. I just don't know.
I think you should go for it. See it through. Blanche, so many times you drop somebody without ever knowing what it could turn into. Sometimes you have to take a chance.
I just don't know if I'm ready for that kind of risk.
A little risk only heightens the thrill. Angela, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I'm calling the airlines. I'm getting the next flight home.
Now, please, Angela, please hang up the phone. I don't want you to go like this.
There's nothing left to say.
My mother wants to apologize.
Then why didn't she come in?
She's shy.
Town.
Do you think we'll have time after dinner?
Well, Zippertown is always open. I'm sorry, that was mine. Just now, I swear. Good night, Rose.
May I have your attention, please? We have now come to the moment you've all been waiting for, but before we hand out the award, I just want to thank all those people who made this evening possible, especially my daughter, Dorothy. Dorothy, stand up.
That he's gay, but why does he have to slip a ring on this guy's finger so the whole world will know?
Why did you marry George?
We loved each other. We wanted to make a lifetime commitment, wanted everybody to know.
That's what Doug and Clayton want, too. Everyone wants someone to grow old with, and shouldn't everyone...
Toilet paper, the Weston's house. My mom.
Don't worry, she's gone to bed already.
Well,
Did you have a good time tonight?
Oh, it was wonderful. Oh, girls, I cannot tell you how nice it is to be with Stan lately. He's fun and attentive and...
How many times can you bang your head against the wall before it starts to bleed?
9.
Believe me, Dorothy, I know what you're going through. I once had a relationship with a man I couldn't get rid of. Every time I turned around, there he was, pathetically underfoot.
But let's not forget, there still has to be a trial. And Mrs. Hartgrove's confession is pretty strong. I just wish we had something that reflected on her credibility.
What if we had a video of her and a friend mooning a hot dog vendor?
That would totally discredit her.
Wait a minute. I just remembered who the friend was.
Smaller. Hey. Oh.
Anyway, Dorothy, these new hearing aids just fit right in the ear canal. Nobody can even see them, so what does it matter?
It matters because it's a step I don't want to take.
Killed her father. Would she then have tried to conceal the weapon in her purse? Ladies and gentlemen, I think not. That gun was obviously planted in her purse to pin the murder on her.
I've got it! A maitre d' is some kind of waiter.
But of course you can, sweetheart. You're just a little nervous.
They always get this way before the talent portion. My Clarice still gets butterflies before she twirls her fire batons.
Fire scares me.
But I just remind her that Mommy is right off stage with a big bucket of baking soda.
That poor little girl. What could be worse than having a mother like that?
Having a grandmother like that.
Now, wait a minute, Rose. I'm just doing this for Melissa. She's been having a wonderful time.
Has she?
Yeah. Melissa, come here. Sweetheart, come here. I want to ask you something. Now, tell me the truth.
Gerald, to continue seeing you.
Allow me. Mother, this is where it stops.
See what happens? You put sugar in his tea, didn't you?
It is not the sugar, Mother, it's you.
Mama's boy, huh?
This is my life. I'm a grown man, and I am going to love the woman I want to love, whether she meets with your approval or not.
All the food. Well, this time I decided it might as well be me.
Oh, look, I've given those cops long enough. I just have to go out there and try to find Ma.
Dorothy, you can't go out there.
Look, Rose, I can't just sit here.
But it is too dangerous. Oh, I remember back in St. Olaf, during a tornado.
As much as that does sweeten the pot. I still didn't mean it that way.
I get it, okay. Forget it, I don't need you. I've had hundreds of women. Okay, magazines.
Angela, she's in this room.
Hey, man, cool.
Oh, Blanche, come on, you only think she's here. You and Grammy spent a lot of time here, and the memories are so alive. Of course, you can almost feel her here, right, Rose?
Well, she's not under the bed. And down, pass it around, 2 bottles of beer on the wall. Well, I'm off to bed.
2 bottles of beer? Rose, you got all the way to 2 bottles of beer, and you quit?
Just drives you nuts, doesn't it, Dorothy?
Oh, what a wonderful ride home. I bet there must have been a
New wallpaper. My car will last another year.
All right, Dorothy. I see behind that mask. You're angry.
You're damn right I'm angry. You've been hoarding money for the last 10 years and taking advantage of me. Of course I'm angry.
No, it's something else. I think you didn't get enough hugs.
But once, when a guy
get in here.
Interesting place, Blanche.
Oh, thank you. But so bright. Oh, here, let me dim the lights a little. To take things slow and have an old-fashioned romance.
Take things slow. An old-fashioned romance? How does all this make you feel?
Like a lady.
are Miss July's all-time favorite films?
You're right once again, and I believe that she has taken up windsurfing since her magazine appearance.
That's correct, Alex.
Thank you, Johnny. Charlie?
Hey, I'm on a roll. Give me more babes for 500.
Oh, wait a minute. This is ridiculous. This isn't Jeopardy.
It's a dream.
Hey, you don't happen to sing, do you?
What makes you think that I sing or would even want to? I mean, you know, some people might enjoy making fools of themselves in public, but me sing, I don't think so. Come on.
Hey, wait a minute. I have a much better idea. Let's all conga.
Later, Blanche. We want to hear Dorothy sing. Okay,
They call her hard-hearted Hannah, the vampire.
Oh, Rose, wait a minute. I won't have to wear horns or one of those metal brassieres.
Oh, no, Dorothy. I'm the one that's getting married.
Then I'd love to.
a blessing for the couple.
You invited a rabbi to a moonlight madness party?
Happy? We're happy.
Okay, Harry, I've just checked off your name. You're free to go. And if anybody else would care to go, feel free to. However, if you'd like to learn something, then I strongly suggest that you stay.
Strong like me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You went through heart surgery too, didn't you, Sophia?
No, I take nitroglycerin because I want to explode.
Here you are. When you weren't at home, I figured something was wrong.
Hey, look who's back.
What, you never dropped a knife before?
Welcome back, baby.
I'll just be baggage there.
I know a place where you're needed.
Where?
Here. Rose. Oh, stay with me, honey.
Blanche, that's very nice, but you're going to want to get on with your own life. I mean, you'll want to find a relationship.
I want my best